How's it going, guys? Cam Butcher here, and this video I'm just going to be talking you through and about my nightly routine for better sleep. So the first thing in my nightly routine is my last meal. My last meal back dinner is normally no later than 6 to 7 p.m. I do that so when I come to going to sleep at around 10, 11 o'clock at night, I don't have anything digesting in my body, and I'm not laying there and I can feel food, in my stomach. And then I actually notice more when I can feel my stomach being empty, and you have that empty stomach feeling, I actually sleep better. Then straight after I've had my food, my last meal, I then have a sleep tablet, which is not necessarily a sleep tablet, it's more of an evening tablet. So I don't know if some people might have seen stuff like this, but this just helps me relax, helps me chill, have this after my last meal. You don't want it too close to going to sleep, because there are some people say that they experience worse quality of sleep the later they have that before sleep. So have that straight after my last meal. So then that, from 7 till 10 while I'm getting ready for bed, that's just helped me relax even more as well. Then from there, I will run a bath. I have sleep bath salts and muscle soak bath salts. I have a bath probably about 3 or 4 times a week. I am aiming to get it to 7 days a week, because I do notice a massive difference in how relaxed I am after the bath, how much easier it is to fall asleep after I've had the bath, and also the quality of sleep. So now that I've had my last meal, had my tablet, had my bath, it's now normally around anywhere between 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Once I get out of the bath, that's when I start going away from turning my TV off, my Xbox off. I'll start trying to use my phone a little bit less. I'll start, sending all my texts to my mates or to my girlfriend. I'll look at Instagram quickly, but by 9:30, preferably, I want to be, alarm set and completely off my phone, away from all the blue light and screens. Because that, if I'm being completely honest, out of all the things I'm going over in this video, and the things I will go about after this, I do think the screens and the blue light is the most important. Because so many times I used to just, sleep at 1 a.m, 2 a.m. I'll just be laying in the pitch black on my phone, on TikTok or YouTube. Like, I know so many other people do it, and you just feel so wide. And when I turn my phone off, I can just feel my brain. I can feel how awake I still am. Whereas now, once I started doing this more, it's getting to 10 o'clock, which I used to think is so early. I couldn't go to sleep that early. I'm getting tired because my brain's, has actually wired down. I remember reading somewhere, someone was saying, like, you got to think about, picture your brain is like a car going at 100 miles per hour all day. You're doing so many different jobs, you're doing so many different things, you're thinking about so many different things. If you don't give it a time to, slow down, you're going to get into bed to go sleep while your brain's going 100 miles an hour. Whereas if you set a routine up, not exactly what I'm doing, maybe you could take aspects of this and do it in your life, but you can then move your brain, your car, from 100 miles per hour to 80 to 60 to 40, and hopefully when you go to sleep, you're so much more relaxed, you're so much more calm, because you've allowed your brain to relax. And the main thing for that, for me, is screens, YouTube, social media, and all that sort of stuff before bed. So now for the last part of the routine, I now go to just reading. So obviously we've done the last meal, I've had the tablet, I've had my bath, and now I've just cut off all the screen time and my phone and my Xbox. So this is right now, I've just put my phone down, I've got in bed, I've got my lights dimmed, I've had no screen time, and I'll read my book for probably anywhere between 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Sometimes it's always 50 minutes, but more or so, most of the time it's 30 to 45 minutes. And that allows, again, like I said before, that allows my brain to just slow down, wire down, calm down for about 30, 45 minutes before I go to bed, just so that I'm not going to sleep while my body's still and my mind's still going 100 miles per hour. Obviously, I see some people cut off all screen time and electronics like an hour before, hour and a half before, and I feel like probably the longer is the better. But for me, I've never been a massive reader. It bores me a little bit, so like I'm trying to just find that balance between like trying to improve my sleep. So I'm trying to read to get rid of all this screen time, but I can't do it for too long because I will get bored, and then the more I get bored, the more I just have the urge to go back on my phone, and then obviously that just completely gets rid of all the stuff I've done earlier. So yeah, that is my nightly routine for better sleep. I have noticed a massive difference. I use a Whoop to track my sleep, and I was averaging around 60%, 70% sleep score, and now I'm averaging normally on average around 90 to 95%. So there is a massive increase. Obviously I want 100%, but I have gone up 20-30% sleep score rating. So this is working, because I don't expect everyone to copy. Some people might do more, some people might do less. Or I just hope this is just a bit of guidance, you could say, or a bit of advice, and you could literally take 1 or 2 things out of this, or you could ignore all of it and say that I'm doing it wrong. You know, it's up to you. But yeah, so hopefully you see more videos like this, hopefully on a weekly basis. But other than that, thank you for watching, and peace.